Hello, welcome to Cameroon, a land of rising potentials, a land that is gradually transforming as the days go by. And today I want us to talk about one of the most lucrative investment opportunities that is promising. And what is that? Real estate. Real estate is what we are going to be talking. Welcome to Frank Business Connection and Co. Limited, your trusted partner in real estate across Cameroon. We specialize in the buying and selling of lands and houses, the developing of modern estates, and the construction of quality homes. We build your house from scratch and we hand over the keys. With integrity, transparency, and a passion for excellence, we help you secure property you can trust and a home you can proudly own. Frank Business Connection and Co. Limited, building your future one property at a time. In need of our services? Contact the numbers on the screen to reach out to us. So today we are going to be looking at 5 major opportunities in the real estate sector that is surrounding us daily, and yet many people are jumping over it and not making good use of it. So today we are going to be looking at those five areas where people are investing in real estate. Number one, the first opportunity that we have is that there is a growing population in major cities. Very growing population. The population of Douala, that was some years back, just not close to 1 million, has gone to over 7 million. The population of Douala alone. The population of Yaounde too is gradually growing at a fast rate. That of Bamenda, that of Limbe, that of Kribi, that of towns like Boloa, that of Bafoussam, Buea, Chang. Populations in these areas are growing at a speed of light. And you know what? To an investor, that is a very big investment opportunity. And guess what? If you can invest in getting these people where to stay, then you are into business. You're into business. The more the population, the more the demand for the houses. And so if you can get people into, get accommodation for people in these places, that is business. Number two, let us look at the growing development in these particular towns. In a town like Yaounde, like Douala, like Bamenda, there is increased urbanization, and so the government has been putting in a lot of in their budget. They have been budgeting and putting a lot of money in developing these areas. New roads have been constructed. You come to Yaounde, you see new roads are constructed going toward Esso from Swa. You come to Yaounde, you see new roads constructed going toward Obara, new roads constructed going toward Douala. There are expansion of new roads in new quarters. So when they open new roads, people say that where development where roads passes, development follows. So when new roads are entering into new quarters, it means people will be pushing toward those quarters, and investors are looking for those kind of places. They rush to those places, buy lands, good lands beside those roads at a cheaper cost now, and wait. As development is pushing toward that location, they are selling it to people and they are making heavy profit. I was talking with one man the other day. He went to Komtu in Yaounde here, Komtu, by 2017. He went to Komtu. By then, the roads that they have developed in Komtu were not there. By then, the area where he went to, electricity has not even been there. So he bought a land in that area, 2,000 meters square land in that area, and he bought it for 1,200 francs per meter square. And guess what? Fast forward to today, a road has passed between where he bought. A major road has passed between there, and he's selling a plot of land there now at 10,000 francs a meter square. Just 7 years. You can imagine. 7 years, the land has appreciated that for that amount. He's making over close to 8,500 francs per meter square. You imagine the amount of money he's making have forecasted the development of the town toward that area and invested in that area by buying land and keeping and waiting. We call that land banking. Land banking. So that is the second area of investment in the real estate sector. The third area is rental properties. You know, there are people who are in need of houses. Like I said, the more people troop from villages, from rural areas to the city, it means the more there is a high demand for houses. It means there's a high demand for houses to stay in. So houses are needed for people to stay in. Hostels are needed for students to stay in. Homes are needed for people, workers, business people, whoever to stay in. So investing in real estate means buy properties, building houses, and giving them out for rent. Giving them out for rent. So currently, a rental property in Yaounde that used to be maybe for 10,000 francs a single room some years back is now at 20,000. To get a single empty room in Yaounde now for people who are starting life, an empty room without anything inside is not less than 15,000 francs. But this is something that was 5,000, 10,000 before. And a single studio apartment that used to be rented out for around let's say around 25,000 some years back is now going up to 70,000. So that is an investment opportunity for people who want to invest into real estate. So I am giving this opportunity for you. You who is feeling like Cameroon does not have opportunities to invest in. This is a sure go mine for people who want to invest. Number three, we are talking about the rising need of business premises. You know, as the cities are increasing, so too companies who are coming in to look for places to open. There are people who pass and go into villages and buy big properties, 50 hectares, 5 hectares, 10 hectares of land, and keep, because they know when companies come and they are looking for real estate, for properties or land to open their companies, they will be going in for places where they can have a huge number. Look at a place like Dibamba in Douala. Dibamba before was a forest. But people who were wise went to Dibamba, bought big quantities of land and keep. Look at a place like maybe Donglase in Douala, a place like Bonaberi, that before was a marshy area. Some people had abandoned it. People who were wise went there and bought properties and kept. Today, they are selling it to companies. Even there are some companies that only come and rent but the land, and they do their company in that area, and they are paying rent for the renting the land. So this is a very big opportunity for people who know. So number four, we are talking about land appreciation, the rising appreciation of land. Land, like I said before, land that used to be selling at a very low cost before is now selling at a very high cost. So as days are going by, land is appreciating in major cities. I can remember a an old man in the village said to me one time that wherever a cock crows, buy land, because one day it will become a city. There are places where land used to be very, very cheap. Let's take, for example, even your village, even in your own village, the cost of land today is not what it used to be before. Before, they were dashing people's land. Maybe when you just go and meet the phone, you meet the chief or some notables, you talk well with them, they can cut a part of land and give to you. But today it's not more like that. The value of land has increased. And so in Cameroon, land is a very, very lucrative business. If you can have, the more land you have, the more wealthy you become. So let's look at the fifth one, which is the last one for this video. The last one has to do with the rising demand or the rising increase of estates. You know, before, people just used to enter the city and they buy land anywhere and they build. But people have traveled. Bush fallers have traveled. There are people in abroad who are living in estates. and they have seen the importance of living in estate in developed areas, in gated. And so wise people in Cameroon now are developing estates. What does that mean? It means they go to a particular location that is maybe in at the, a bit behind of the city. There are people who do not want to stay them again in the city because of social cost, noise. They shift and go behind, get a land, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 hectares of land. They develop it, dig roads, build some canals. They send electricity to that area and arrange the area look marketable, and then they open a market for that. They design a particular shape on how the estate is supposed to look like. Maybe a three bedroom estate, maybe a 2-bedroom estate, maybe a 2-floor building estate. They remove a particular design of how the estate should look like. Then they sell out their vision. Bush fallers who are out of the country, they would like to buy this kind of places to stay in. And so, you know what? They will buy at a very high cost because these people have put value on the land. They have developed the area to their taste. And everybody coming to buy in that area, they are buying a particular plot which there will be a particular design of house. And at the end of designing all those houses, the estate become very beautiful, very affordable to stay in, very conducive and comfortable to stay in. So because of that, people are now longing for new estates. New estates. In countries like Nigeria, estate business is at its peak. But in Cameroon, we are still developing that. And so it becomes a very, very powerful opportunity for people to dive into before it becomes saturated. So, in our next video, we are going to be discussing more on real estate in Cameroon. If you are just joining me, I want you to subscribe to our channel, and give this video a thumbs up so that we can get to more views. And remember, I am NK Frank and your #1 realtor. I'm also an owner of a real estate company. We are currently recruiting realtors to join our team. If you are interested in becoming a realtor for Frank Business Connection, I want you to send us a message. Go down to the description section. You will get our contacts. Send us a message and we'll get back to you so we can get you in the team. Ciao.